good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to another episode of Mark Talks Football. And today we are rounding up all of the news that has happened in Reading over the past week or so. All of the talking points that has happened. I have been meant to be away. If you don't know now, and if you haven't looked at all my videos before, my name's Mark Talks Football. I do Football Manager saves, and I do Reading FC news. Once a week on a Wednesday, we do Reading FC news. And for the past few weeks, about 3 weeks ago, I was meant to go on holiday to Rhodes, but unfortunately it got cancelled due to the wildfire, and I was unable to go there. So I haven't been able to do anything. I did a block recordings of Football Manager, and I just thought, do you know what? Release them, get them out there, and when I get back, I can sort of have like a little mini breakish, where I can just relax with the family during the summer holidays and sort of just chill out a bit doing it. So that's what was the plan. That's what happened. I've just sort of been relaxing, chillaxing, not too taxing, and trying to sort of come up with ideas and stuff for the channels, or if potentially another channel moving forward. There is one in the works that will be happening in the future, but that's a long way in the future. But there will be another channel coming up. But if you don't know already, and if you haven't already, if you don't know anything about YouTube, if you hit that subscribe button, more and more people will be able to come across videos. YouTube have done this thing now where more likes equals more views. So if you can, please possibly hit that like button to make sure that more people are able to do that, so the algorithm can show it to other Reading fans that don't really know who I am or what I'm about or what I'm doing, or other fans in general that want to know a little bit about Reading and what's been going on, so they can have a chat with us as well. So if you could do that as well in the comments down below, there will be a question at the end of this video that I want to ask you guys. So please make sure you stick around for that as well. And let's get into it. A lot has happened since I haven't been here. There's been 2 vlogs on the channel since the last time I've done the news as well. So make sure you go and check them out. Yeah, good vlogs. Lots of people liking it. Lots of people interacting in the comments, trying to tell me how to say and Bougays, Ibagays, Cheeseman's name. That's been a lot of fun trying to learn that. But apart from that, it's been all good and flowery and absolutely dandy. So if you can, just make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe, because I know that there's at least 60% of you guys that watch this video that haven't subscribed already. So please hit that subscribe button so we can get more and more people to invest in this channel moving forward. We've got lots of ideas. It won't just be about Reading. It will be about other clubs as well. I have an idea for a start of Football Manager 24, a save that I want to try and do for the beta save. And then we will then do a proper save for Football Manager 24 when it comes out fully as well. So make sure you stick around for that as well. But without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Right, here we are. Back to my PowerPoint presentations, baby. So, Reading FC. What have we missed out on? Points deduction, new signings, manager, players, everything. So let's get further into it. Let's talk about this young man, shall we? So this was the statement that was released by the EFL about this, what's been going on. The EFL have fined him, Young, £10,000. Not only that, he needs to put in from the 28 days it was before, the 125 deposit for the players, for the independent, so they can see what's going on. If he doesn't do that, we will get another minus 3 points. According to, I read through the long independent judicator, and apparently the EFL wanted to smack us with a -4 straight away, without any fine for the owner. But that was changed by the independent judicator, by the way, who I feel like should do a lot more than what they're doing at the moment. And I feel like they should take over a little bit more, because they seem to have a little bit more of a sense. Because from the last time I remember it, us fans are not the one that's getting punished. It should be him. He should be getting more than 10,000 fucking pounds as well for the fine that what he's getting, and we shouldn't be getting a points deduction. I think if you aim the fines at the owners more than you will the fans and the players, you will get more support in what you're doing. But the EFL don't understand that, and they feel like they could do what they want and go absolutely nutty professor with it. Same thing has happened to Morecambe recently. I saw a statement that was released that they're also in trouble, their owner, with what they did. So I don't know if that's the same situation as us. Um, Wigan would be top of the league right now if it wasn't for the points deduction. So they're getting their fans are getting fucked over because of the EFL. Um, yeah, it's just really weird how the independent adjudicator that has to come in and sort of do it when really they should have done it already. But as we can see here, this was the bit down here that they were talking about, and then they wanted to fine him as well. So I'm interested to see. I think the 28 days is this time this week, the people should have been done by tomorrow or today. So as the recording of this video at 1:30 on Wednesday, at the day of this release, nothing has come out and nothing has happened to my knowledge. All I know is that as of today, the game against Bristol Rovers has been postponed um, due to the international of players being called up. That's all I can see so far. So that's all I know. But he needs to sort himself out. Sell Before We Die campaign has got a bit quiet recently, but we still need to remember that if it wasn't for this man, we would be 100% sustainable. We would be absolutely fine. But because he's an absolute numpty, um, that's why we are where we are. Let's just move me up to the top right. That might be helpful. There we go. So you can see a little bit more. So yeah. So because of this numpty, we are now in a minus point, and they had an open training session and everything. So yeah, it is what it is. So next up, we had our first signing. One of the signings, Loney from FC Copenhagen. He was with Ruben Selles, who was assistant manager at the time at FC Copenhagen in January 2022. And this is his record as of recently over the past few seasons. As you can see, he's played a lot of minutes in Turkey for Antraspor, and then we moved to Denmark for FC Copenhagen. Most of his appearances have come from the bench, not really getting any first team experiences, but he's a player that, as you can see here, he was in Nigeria, moved to Antalapus under 19s for 50k, then moved to Antraspor. Well, no, he was at Antraspor, moved up through the ranks there, went to Anderlecht for 500,000, then moved he was on a loan, sorry, to Anderlecht, which then become permanent by the looks of it. But they just said, end of loan. Okay, so here we go. We're working this out together now. And then moved from Antraspor to FC Copenhagen for 3 million euros. And now we're apparently paying 700,000. I don't know if that's true. To have him on loan here at the Royals. Now, this was a little stat that I like to look at. The last 50 games he has played 29 times on the left-hand side. And he's also a striker, can play up front and sometimes behind the centre mid. So he's a very versatile type of player, right-footed, so can come in from the left. When we played against Stevenage, he come on, looked like quite a quick player, like nice ball action on the ball, nice control, nice movement. So he's going to be a player. He's only 23 years of age. He's going to start coming into his prime in the next few years. So maybe having him here under a manager that knows him will be able to get him. But as we can see here, if we go back, he's playing Champions League football last season. Only 4 games off the bench, but he's still playing Champions League football. For a player that's played Champions League football to then drop down to League One to come and play for us, it's a massive statement, not only for the club, but to Ruben Selles that he trusts him. Another player here that we have signed on a permanent deal, on a 3-year deal from Chelsea, is Ben Elliott. Some stats of him. There's not a lot of first team action that he's done because it's mainly under the 21s. But Ben missed 2 years of his injury, then in late, and then finding fitness back again in 2019. Made 5 appearances for under 18s, and sort of getting back to that. And then he's a confident and creative performances. The key being in the under-21s. Then joined Reading on a permanent deal in 2023 with a year left on his Chelsea deal. I don't think this is. I think this is another Manchester United permanent signing where they can have a buyback clause, but there's not much really been said about how the permanent transfer has happened, unless they just let him go, and then will they get a percentage or stuff like that. But Chelsea and Reading have always had a very, very, very good history working together with their youngsters coming over to us. So we're carrying on with that with bringing in Ben Elliott. As you can see here, he's made 15 appearances. He was in developmental squad. So in total games, he's played 64 games and got 7 goals. But at the same time, he's also now a Cameroonian international and made his full debut in June 2023 after playing through the English ranks. There's not much to be said about him, if I'm going to be totally honest. All I can see is a lot of fans, a lot of fan groups saying that Chelsea fan groups, he's a very good player, very creative. He's got a lot of development to help. And then when he came on to Stevenage, I thought he did a really, really good job. Excuse me. I thought he did. Fucking drinks got fucking spilling it. Did a really, really good job. I thought he is going to be a good, once he gets confidence, once he gets more game time, match fitness, voice break, and that he is going to be a player that we're going to be enjoying for a long time to come. So I'm looking forward to that. It looks like someone that's going to do good for us. And I'm sort of excited to see how this goes, really, because he is someone I do look at when he's a nice little passing he did at Stevenage. So, but let's talk about Stevenage. Let's talk about the dominating performance we did. 71% possession. We had 20 shots compared to their 6. 7 corners compared to their none. We had the same amount of offsides. We had more fouls. But look at that. More yellow cards, red cards as well. And then whether he had more, they had one more throw in compared to our goal kicks. But dominating performance. We look over here with the rest of the stats as well. We completed way more passes than what they did. 82% pass accuracy as well. Better long ball passing as well, 47%. Better crossing, 5 out of the 19 crosses went to someone. And it was just, they lost possession more, won more than us. They won more duels in the air as well than what we did. But we had one more better tackle. They had better interceptions and better clearances. But with stats like that, you can see why they would have better than. But for only to finish 2-0, should have been 3, should have been 4, should have been 5. It is amazing to see how Ruben has. I've put my face in the way of some of those, so let me just move myself again. But there we go. So as you can see at the top here, more big chances missed. We did more. They hit the woodwork. We had more shots inside the box, more shots outside of the box. They had 2 more keeper saves than what we did. Just all of the stats overall made us look really, really good. Um, and I was very pleased. I think I come out of that game and I said that was the most relaxed 90 minutes I've watched Reading in a very long time. It felt like we were in control. It felt like we knew what we were doing, and it felt like we knew where we were going. And it was lovely to see, and I loved every second of that. Hopefully, we could keep up with more of those appearances moving forward. But to enjoy that at that game was great to see. Currently, this is the table. Let me move myself again. This is the league table so far. Stevenage, who we just played, are now 5th, and we moved up to 13th. If we got the point, we would have moved up to, I think maybe, I don't. Would we have just gone up 1 spot? Because I'm confused. Where maybe 2 goal difference was all that, but yeah, that is great to see. Mid-table at the moment. Around mid-table. That's somewhere where I think I would have predicted us to be in the first few months of the season, and then pushing on maybe moving forward. But that is a great start so far, and then we cannot moan about that. Right, let's talk about the game coming up this Saturday, shall we? Against Exeter City at St James's Park. This is Gary Caldwell, his team. This is his record since he's been managing them. The first season with them, he got them to 14th in 31 games, got 9 wins, 8 draws, 14 losses. and doing very well. But this season, doing much, much better. 4 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, up to 7th in the league. And as we can see here, this is the formation that they do like to play: a 5-2-3-1, a 5-2-2, 5-2-2-1. That is the formation they like to go for. Probably these players behind here will become wingers or slot in while these people come down the right and left hand side. Sweeney, former Reading Youth Academy player. There will be a minute's applause on the 46th, 47th minute, maybe something like that, for Eamon Dolan, which is great to see. But as you can see here, this season they are 7th in the league, which they're doing really, really well in. And this is the history between Reading versus Exeter City. We have played each other more than 47 times, but we beat them 47 times, drawn 13, and lost 23. The last time I can check by record that we played Exeter, I could be wrong. I could be right. I've just covered myself there where you couldn't see it. So let me just make sure you can see it. There we go. So the last time we played Exeter, as you can see over here, this is the games we've won, drawn, and lost. And over here, the last time we apparently played against them was 1994. Now, I have a feeling we've played them since then, but at the same time, I could be completely and utterly wrong. But I was 1. Not even that. I would have been about 6 months. Anyway, I'll make some of you feel old. I'll make some of you feel very, very young. So take that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, that is them. And this is the form table. So Exeter's form table at home in the last 6 games. This also counts into last season as well. So take that into consideration as well. They are 18th in the home form. They've played 6, won 2, drawn 1, lost 3. 0 goal difference and 7 points. So they don't seem to be in the last 6 doing very, very well at home. But then we look at Reading's away form, shall we? Haven't won one. So when it says 18th, this is in League One. So they are 18th in the table of all League One teams in the last 6. We are 23rd out of 24 in all of League One with the away form. Haven't won a game, drawn 1, lost 5. Got a -6 goal difference in that with 1 point. But this is Ruben Sellers' second away game. Yeah, I think. Yeah, because Port Vale was the first away game of the season, wasn't it? Yeah. So second away game, Port Vale, but this is a completely different team than what we've been playing. So hopefully can go there and absolutely do the right. Right. So I forgot to say this beforehand, and I'll do it now. Reading have been said that they want to offload Andy Carroll, Tom Holmes, Nestor Guinness-Walker, and Dean Bazanas before the close of the transfer window. I'm very surprised about Andy Carroll because I felt like he was doing it. He seems happy, seems fine at doing it. Tom Holmes, I'm not really surprised, not really performing the way that he should be performing this season. As I thought Tom McIntyre would be the one to go, but apparently not. And the first choice goalkeeper at the start of this season, Dean Bazanas, has just been told that he can go. And as well as Nestor Guinness-Walker. I'm slightly surprised with Nestor Guinness-Walker, as that is a bit of depth that we need moving forward. I have just eaten a bar. I have finished recording. This is just me just forgetting to do this. As it popped up as I was finishing editing, and I went, fuck, I need to put that in. So that is the state of where we are now. And I think this is more of we need wages gone than it is the players themselves. I think Andy Carroll is very minimum on what he's playing on. And I think Dean Bazanas as well. Nestor Guinness-Walker, I'm a little bit shocked at. He's done well, not defensively minded, and I think Matty Carson has really stamped his authority on that left-back position, but the depth on that slightly worries. But, yeah, that it is. Right, back to me. Because I fucked up. Can go there and absolutely do the right job. So this is where the question comes in. We want to hear your predictions down in the comments down below. I want to see who gets it right. And then in the next Wednesday video, the next Reading FC News, I will put your name and the screenshot, if you're right, on this YouTube channel as well. So please make sure you hit it down in the comments down below. And I want to see what you guys say, and I want to hear what you guys think from all of the stuff that's happened so far over the week. This is a completely different video, as you could tell. I've got a new microphone, headset, everything. Slowly building up to where we need to get to, but we're nowhere near where we need to get to yet. But that has been it. My name's been Mark. You guys have been amazing. So please don't forget, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, predictions down below, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. What is tomorrow's episode of Football Manager, by the way? I know that we're starting to get Champions League football, and I know that I'm getting more and more annoyed about the Premier League. I know that's happening. So, oh shit, black screen. Love that. So tomorrow you've got Champions League and Leeds United. What could go wrong? Well, it is my Football Manager save, and if you've been watching long enough, fucking everything. So yeah, so thank you guys ever so much for joining me today. You guys have been absolutely amazing with the love and support, and I will see you guys for the next episode. We love, we care. My name's been Mark. You guys have been amazing, and